The good news is I think we're more similar than we are different. We share the same emotions, we share the same needs, and we share the same motives. What we don't share is our unique personalities. And it's our personalities that give us individual pathways to meeting our needs differently. So it's really interesting, and it's really a useful framework. I call it the 3 A's. And the first one is affiliation, which is basically a sense of belonging, a sense of being valued, a sense of being connected. And the opposite of that is alienation. And that is the fundamental need that probably underpins everything. And I often say that's why 12 million people are on Friends Reunited website. And the second one is agency, which is basically self-belief, a sense of competence, a sense of self-efficacy, a sense of control. I know how to do this job, or I know how to read, or I know how to do geography or whatever. The opposite of agency is apathy. And the third one, which is the centrepiece of the model and is the most complex one, is autonomy. I keep on mentioning autonomy. It's gold dust. What is autonomy? Autonomy is self-determination. How much scope or trust do I have? How much scope do I have for self-determination in my job or in my classroom? And the more self-determination, the more autonomy you have, the more motivated you will be. The opposite of autonomy is anxiety, where you're overwhelmed, you're so pressurised, or you're discouraged, you're overwhelmed. But autonomy also splits two ways, and as you go down the autonomy continuum, you either have restricted autonomy, which is, I describe it as kind of, let me just keep colouring in, or just give me a cuddle, or just leave me alone. It's where people would rather just restrict themselves, and they don't want to take any responsibility. And then the other is the exact opposite, is distorted autonomy, and that's where there's too much autonomy, where the pupil becomes oppositional and only wants to be there if they get their own way. People need to be shown and supported, because it's all very well for me to talk about the theory, and I know the theory works, and we've got good examples of when teachers give children a gradual autonomy and give them affiliation and agency. It does make an impact. I mean, there is tremendous empirical evidence for that, but it's a leap of faith, because it's to move from a dominant. We've moved from a dominant cult climate through an authority climate, through a rewards climate, to now an autonomous climate. So it's a gradual. I mean, in a sense, the way education in Scotland has gone in the last 40 years is the same way as human beings have evolved. And also, interestingly, it's the same way as children develop. So we're going in the right direction, but we need a lot of support to do it.